I opened up $10 million worth of Bitcoin and crypto positions, and right now on today's update video, I will be exactly explaining you why I currently did so. Yesterday, of course, I made a tweet that I went $7 million long on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and of course, right now those trades are basically still break even, but I do think I am about to print a ton of money with these trades here. So I will be exactly explaining about why I think a massive move is about to be happening on Ethereum, why I think a massive move is about to be happening on Bitcoin. I'm going to be talking about the liquidity heat map on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and of course, I'm going to give you guys the biggest insights about what is currently happening in this market. So without any further ado, guys, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated, and let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, I deposited some more money in towards my Weeks account because yesterday I got bored and I actually started to see an even bigger rotation is likely going to be happening. And I deposited $1 million in towards my Weeks account totally right now. Currently it's sitting in like a little bit in profit, of course, but I am planning to make $10 million with this account here. Honestly, I really think it's going to be possible because right now we are entering the last stage of this Bitcoin and crypto bull market. And most people hate it that I'm currently saying so, but this is literally the last run in the market we're going to get, and always in this later part of the cycle. You can see it on the Bitcoin dominance. You can see it also, of course, on the Ethereum chart from all the history. This is where the biggest gains are always created. And I've talked about this so many times before as well, but this is the part where the big rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum happens, and of course, eventually from Ethereum towards these large gaps. And that is, first of all, one of the reasons why I opened up, of course, not only trades on Ethereum and Bitcoin, but also on Tron, on Cardano, Dogecoin, Pepe, Ondo. And most of these trades are already doing absolutely insane here. But of course, I'm taking the most risk on my trades with Ethereum and Bitcoin because I believe that those are probably going to be still be the strongest. And for price targets, I'm also going to be talking about it. But guys, if you want to be trading yourself on VX, there's an insane, first of all, free $100 you can claim. This is also an exchange where you don't need to do KYC here. So if you go to the highest link description of today's video, confirm your phone number and your email address, you will get a free $100 where you can literally trade with. And on top of that, any deposit you make up to $100,000, you will get an additional 20%. So let's say you deposit $10,000, you will get an extra free $2,000 to trade with. So absolutely insane deposit bonuses are currently getting run on VX, and it's only available till the end of this month here. And also it's only available with the highest link description of today's video. So make sure to check it out for sure. But talking about Bitcoin, it is right now weekend. And of course, during weekends, usually in these periods where there is more action and more excitement in the market, we tend to see some more volatility. And yes, we are creating a CME gap. Last weekend, we did fill up the CME gap as well here. So I will be expecting that like there's a 90% chance we're once again going to fill up that CME gap. Yesterday, of course, also we got the Genius Act signed in officially in towards the law, which is of course a revolution for the United States of America, because this is going to be making stablecoins a very big thing for the US here. And basically it's settled. And right now, cryptocurrencies are going to be even bigger in the United States of America. But if I'm looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame, we can see a slight little downward sloping resistance line, upper sloping support line, and yeah, we are just about to be seeing another breakout. So we're seeing a consolidation phase here after a big leg towards the upside. Yeah, you already guessed it. It is a continuation pattern, and whenever we see the breakout above the resistance line, we are obviously going to be probably see the next rally towards the upside. And just like we are right now seeing here, we're seeing some slight consolidation after the big breakout towards the upside. We have seen this in many of these legs towards the upside, just like here in November 2024. That is also when altcoins really took the spotlight, which is also currently happening. But basically, if we are looking at this part of the cycle and how Bitcoin moves here, we always see that big breakout above the range here, some consolidation, and then a slower move towards the upside, and then a top gets created. And for me, I've talked about it many times before as well. I think the top for Bitcoin is going to be between 140 and 130,000 US dollars. So I do still think we are going to be seeing another leg towards the upside, but it's not going to be so exponential as most people are saying. This is my target, and I will, of course, mainly base my target also on the timing of where Bitcoin is sitting, because I believe that of course the risk of buying Bitcoin is becoming higher if you want to be making an imminent short-term return right now, because of course there have been way better opportunities to be buying Bitcoin at a way cheaper valuation. But a bear market is most likely inevitably going to be coming, and whenever that comes, I will be, of course, aggressively accumulate again, just like I have done in every single bear market before, because I've been making these YouTube videos for over 5 years right now here. I started all the way back here in 2020 in this pandemic crash because I saw a big opportunity. And of course, I don't think Bitcoin is going to be dropping all the way down to 30K here. That's not what I think here, but I do think we're going to be at least create a short-term top. Maybe Bitcoin come down towards this level before ultimately shooting up higher again here. But yeah, that is my expectation at least right now here. I think we've got about 1.5 months left before we ultimately going to be seeing a big push towards the upside. And yes, why I think it is a great time to long all these altcoins, like I said earlier, is because I believe a big rotation is about to come from Ethereum in towards these large caps here. And of course, we do know BlackRock also applied for a staked Ethereum ETF. There's a lot of bullish news for Ethereum in general, and just look at what happened the last time around whenever BlackRock felt for an Ethereum ETF. Ethereum, of course, shot towards the upside like an absolute rocket. And also the flows on the Ethereum ETF are very strong. And yeah, we have seen positive days ever since the 3rd of July here. So almost an entire month so far of green inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF here. And of course, it is mainly BlackRock who's buying. And you can see here on the cumulative chart that we're going quite exponential. And it's of course not only BlackRock, it's also Sharplink Gaming, which is accumulating tons and tons of Ethereum as well here. And of course, this is most likely not going to be stopping. And on Ethereum as well, we're creating a down sloping resist line, upper sloping support line. I mean, we're cooling down ever so slightly here after this major rally towards the upside, but a big continuation is going to be likely. And I mean, if I'm looking at the Ethereum chart here, yesterday on the video, I discussed this exact level of resistance, the $3,650. That looks to be the main level of resistance right now, because that is exactly where we got rejected from. And of course, I mentioned it in yesterday's video, but if we can clear this level, yeah, the next resistance is ultimately going to be $4,000, which is also my take profit target for my trades here, because I am not probably going to be holding these trades open for so long here, but I do think Ethereum is going to be running up to $4,000. So that is where I will be taking some of my profit. But of course, make sure to continue watching these videos so you can see what I'm exactly doing with my trades here. But currently, I am still long. I'm basically longing everything. My Dogecoin trade is also up 70% here, which is doing by far the best right now. But I do believe there is going to be a big rotation in towards these smaller cap altcoins. And ultimately, if you look at the bigger perspective on Ethereum, $4,000 seems quite inevitable. And on the monthly time frame, we're also trading against a major level of resistance, which is the monthly downward sloping trend line, where we got rejected from multiple times here. So this is obviously going to be a very important level to be watching. And I won't be surprised that we can at least see some trouble around this range right here. So make sure to be paying attention towards that. And just like I explained earlier in the video, we are at that last part of the cycle. Please don't lose your attention right now here, because I mean, maybe it's going to be, of course, different this time, but that is what everyone always says here. And I see so many people saying, oh, it's going to be different this time, but I don't believe so. I will stick to my strategy where I've been trading from the entire time. I mean, I've been buying up so much Ethereum over here because I believed that in the later stage of this cycle, it's going to be performing very strongly. So far, it is doing so, but I don't think this is going to continue for another 5 months. I only think this is going to continue for maybe 1 month or maybe maximum 2 months. So that is, of course, exactly my strategy right now here, because, of course, you can trade to make money, but you can also lose money if you're wrong here. And that is why I prefer to be a little bit more conservative and eventually hold my positions in spot, of course. So yeah, that is my exact strategy right now here. Also, I do believe there's going to be way more gains on altcoins. Just look at this rejection from the Bitcoin dominance. It is about to be making us all quite rich right here. And I mean, last time around, the consolidation took also 1,000 days. And now also it took about 1,000 days here. So guys, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, snap on that like button, and of course, check out WeX in the link description of today's video. Absolutely insane deposit bonus. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.